Good morning, thanks for joining me. I hope everybody's having a good week. Today I have for you a requested video. It is a Matalan haul and try on. I used to be, I would say, before lockdown, I used to go to Matalan and wander around quite a lot. I used to do quite frequent shop with me videos around Matalan, but I don't know, I just seem to have got out of the habit of late. It's a shop that's very close to me, but you know, location wise, I've got one just down the road, and I just don't seem to go in there as much as I used to, which is probably a good thing because I probably spend less money. But I went online for this haul and I was impressed with the range of stuff they had for summer. There's some really nice bits and pieces, and also their prices. I feel like Matalan's prices haven't gone up as much as everywhere else has, and it still felt really good value. I think I paid £116 for everything I'm going to show you, which is 2 dresses, a pair of trousers, 2 tops and a skirt, which feels very reasonable these days. I'll just do my usual little spiel at the beginning of this for anybody new who hasn't seen my videos before. I am 55 years old, I am 5'3", I'm a UK size 18 to 20 on the bottom, nearer a 20 at the moment, and a 22, sometimes a 24 on top approximately. But we don't like to get too hung up on the numbers because sizing varies so much between brands and even within brands. Right, all that having been said, let's start with what I think is going to be the most disastrous item to get that out of the way. But this looked so nice on the website. I love the colour. I'm very fond of emerald green. I liked the fact it was a shorter length. I think this would be just below knee length on me, which I feel like is quite a flattering length for a dress, and I don't often get dressed because I'm so short. I don't often find dresses that sit at that length. It's got a, is it a long sleeve? I think it is a long sleeve. It's this sort of crinkly material, which is quite nice. And I got it in a 22 because it was the crinkly material. I wanted it to be spacious. I don't like things that cling around my middle. And honestly, it looks like a blooming 16 to me. I don't think this is going to be flattering, and it's certainly not going to be a loose fit. In fact, I'm not even confident it's going to go on to me, but we shall see. No. Not for me. I mean, to be fair, it could be worse. It could be worse. It looks all right from the front. Do not be... It doesn't look too bad from the front. It's very lumpy and bumpy around here. To give it its due, it fits nicely across the shoulders, and there is plenty of fabric in here for the crossover. I certainly don't find it too booby at all. The sleeves are very tight. I don't like a tight sleeve at all. Although they don't look dreadful, I have to say, but they do feel very tight. I don't think it looks nice from the side. It's very clingy around my bottom, and although it's not as clingy as it could be around my stomach, I just don't find it flattering. I do like the length. So yes, it definitely could be worse. I think there's a light issue with the camera. Let me just shut this because I think it's trying to overcompensate. I feel like I need a new camera actually, but that's another story. But yeah, this one, not for me at all, far too clingy, and the sitting down in this will make everything bulge out even further. But yeah, it could be worse, I'll give it that, it could be worse. Also, it was £19, I don't think I mentioned that, which is a very reasonable price, isn't it? Next, I'm going to try on these trousers. These are just plain flat front. I think they're going to be pretty much full length on me, sort of fairly slim leg trousers in this quite nice beigey tan colour, which I always think is quite a nice neutral for trousers. I got these in a 20 and they are £18. I'm going to pop those on with this blouse. Just fell in love with this print. How gorgeous is that? The camera is washing it out somewhat. It's a little bit more vibrant than it could, but actually it's better at that distance. It's sort of, I would call it a cheeseclothy fabric. Do we have cheesecloth anymore? Is that still a thing? I'm not a massive fan of the tie neck, as you know. However, I probably just wear it untied, and it's got little tassely bits there. It's got a 3/4 sleeve with elastication so I can push them back, which is nice. And it was only £15. I thought that was, I think everything I'm showing you today is reasonable, but I really think this is very reasonable. Also, I think I forgot to say I will link everything in the description box below, so if there's anything you are more interested in or want to click through and see more information, all the links will be down there. Yeah, I really like this blouse. Let's try these on. Okay, let's start with the blouse. I really like the blouse a lot, and I've untied the string tie, as you can see, and it gives it a sort of V-neck, which I think is quite nice, and you've got the added tassel detail. I mean, you could actually cut the tassels off so it would sit almost like a keyhole stroke type of neck. I like the length of it as well. It's really lightweight, so although it's got a 3/4 sleeve, I think it would be fine into the hot weather. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. Yeah, really nice and lightweight. I feel like it fits well. It drapes over everything nicely. I like the length. The length just covers up my tummy, skims over my tummy, but isn't too long. It's not that really long tunic length, which I do struggle with a little bit, because sometimes if I buy something tunic length, being my height, it goes down to my knees. Now, let me just do a full 360 in that so you can see it. I think I'm going to keep this blouse. I really like it. The trousers. Now, I have arthritic knees, this one in particular, and my knees are quite swollen. Also, I'm overweight, of course. That I don't like the look of my knee in this. I find with pale trousers, I prefer them to be a little bit looser, and these really are quite tight. They're not too tight. I mean, they're not too tight around my tummy. You can see they're sitting nicely on my waist there. They're not bunching up or anything, but they're not on my bum either. They feel all right on my bum, but just the legs are not cut for plus size legs, unfortunately. Even though they're a size 20, I feel like they're cut for less plus size legs than me, which is a shame, because I actually really like them. I think they're a nice trouser. They sit at a nice length on my legs. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. I can't see the viewfinder so well. But yeah, they're just sitting on my ankles. They look nice with the wedges, and they're not too long, but just for me, with my knee, not for me. But they feel really nice quality. I have to say the fabric feels really nice. They're sort of a medium weight. They're not super lightweight. They've got a little bit of stretch in, but not loads. Yeah, if it wasn't for my knee, I would probably quite like these trousers, but I definitely quite like the blouse. Next we have another dress, and it's again, I fell in love with this print. I'm funny with prints, as you know, and particularly with small floral prints, but I just really liked the colours in this. This is just a tunic-y smock dress. It's just very simple, up and down, very much my style. It's got a 3/4 sleeve. The fabric is... It's got a little bit of texture in it and a little bit of stretch one way in it. It's not jersey, but it does have a little bit of stretch. You've got a V-neck, you've got a tier, it's got the sort of seam under the bust there, and then it just flows out from there. I got this one in a 22, and it was only £15. Absolute blooming bargain, so I'm hoping this one looks nice. Yes, this is a bit of me, this one. I think if you watch my videos regularly, you could have worked that out for yourself, couldn't you, before I put it on. It's a very me dress. I love the print on this. This is going to be a bit of a staple in my wardrobe, I think, and it sits just on my knee, which is perfect for me. I don't like them any shorter than that these days, and I've got a couple in my wardrobe from last summer that are a bit shorter than that I think need retiring now. The elastic on the sleeves is actually pretty loose, which I actually think is a nice feature, so the sleeves feel a bit looser than they would with a really tight elastic on, but they're a nice length. They're sort of just a little bit above my wrists, and I can push them up if I want to. It just skims nicely over everything, this. I really like the print. I think the print is fun. So if you're plus size and you prefer something that's a little bit dark, you've got the black background in this, which makes it feel, although you've got some nice brightness in it, it makes it feel just a little bit more comfort zoney for those who prefer something a little bit darker, I think, which is nice. But for £15, absolute steal. Super happy with it. Final outfit today, I picked up this blue print midi skirt where it's got like a leaf print on it. It's sort of a jersey fabric with a very slight sheen, I would say, so it's got some stretch in it, and it's got this sort of wrap detail at the front. Hopefully, as we've discussed before, there's going to be enough fabric in there that it's not gaping open when one sits down, because nobody wants to be looking at our hoo-ha when we sit down, do they? This one was £20. I got it in a size 20. It looks as though it's going to be pretty roomy. It's got a nice forgiving waistband. So there's that one, and then I'm going to try that on with this super pretty broderie anglaise blouse. Now I ordered this because I know people love a bit of broderie in the summer. I am not a massive fan of it personally. I don't know why, it's just never been something that I felt has particularly suited me, but I thought it would look nice with the skirt, and I wanted to show it because I know a lot of people really like it. I got this in a 22, and this was a bit more expensive at £24, but I'm pretty sure it's cotton. Don't quote me on it. It's 100% cotton. It's got a button cuff, and it's got a sort of V-neck. It's not button front, but it's got a pleat down the front. And for a lot of people, this would be very much a wardrobe summer staple, wouldn't it? Right, let's give it a go. I just tucked the shirt initially to look at the skirt first of all. I've done the sitting down test, ladies, and don't worry, you're not going to be flashing your hoo-ha if you buy this one. Plenty of fabric in it, and it's not super tight, so easy to walk in. It feels really nice on, actually, with that little bit of slip in the jersey fabric. I feel like it just hangs a little bit better. I don't know if it's elastane or what, but it just hangs really nicely. I like the crossover detail at the front with the bit that sort of comes up and the curved hemline. That adds a bit of interest. I really like the print. I think blue and white is just such a lovely combo for summer, isn't it? And it's a nice length on me as well. It's not absolutely drowning me. Super comfy on the waist. I think I probably could have sized down one possibly, although probably in the summer you want things a bit more floaty, so probably don't want to do that. Now the shirt I actually quite like. As I say, I have tucked it up just to show you this because I feel like it looks better at this length. Also like the way the skirt skims over my tummy. I think, did I show you sideways? So that it really does skim very nicely over my tummy, which is my worst feature. Right, so let me pull the shirt down so you can see it full length, because you could of course wear it full length as well. I actually quite like the shirt. I really like the neckline, and considering I'm not one that likes long sleeves, I love the puffiness of the sleeves with the sort of double button cuffs there. I feel like it's one of those things that I've talked about before that I will try on specifically for a video and end up going, oh, I quite like that, and it will be something that I'll explore more of. So we all live and learn, don't we? Getting out of our comfort zones is sometimes a good thing. The 22 in the shirt fits nicely, I would say. I mean, it's meant to be that sort of oversized arm look, isn't it? And I feel like it skims quite nicely without being too oversized on the body. Yeah, very happy with this. I feel like my first Matalan haul for a while. Just let me take off my shoes. Oh, that's better. I feel like my first Matalan haul for a while has been a successful one. I'm definitely keeping the dress, and I think I'm going to keep the print top with the tie neckline as well. Quite often you guys ask me what I keep from hauls, so I'm trying to remember to tell you that at the end, although I don't always make the decision straight away, so it's not always easy. But I think out of this haul, those were the two bits that really caught my eye. That's it for today. All the links are down there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.